Silver is one of the most popular metals in the world, and humans have been mining it for over 6,000 years. The ancient Egyptians considered silver to be more valuable than gold, and since silver held such high value in ancient times, it gradually became one of the world's most traded objects. And if you had silver centuries ago, you were considered wealthy. Now, if you spent any time buying or trading silver, well, you've probably heard of both pure and sterling silver. But there may be plenty of newer stackers out there who don't know the difference between the two. And did you know that there are more than just these two types of silver? Well, we're going to talk about that and more, so stay tuned. YouTube, what is shaking? Welcome to another episode of the Silver and Gold Stack Attack. I hope everyone's doing well, and I'd like to thank you for checking out the latest video here at the channel, and also for all the amazing support. You guys are a part of the best community here on YouTube, and I can't thank you enough for helping the channel grow. It does mean a lot, and I appreciate you all. So today, we're going to talk about the differences between pure silver and sterling silver, the benefits of each, and I'm going to go over 2 additional types of silver that are used, but are never really mentioned. Well, let's get to it. Alright, so let's start off by breaking down the types of silver. Now, you already know the main 2, and that's pure silver and sterling silver. But there are actually a couple more out there, and we're just going to cover 4 today. Starting with number 1, which is pure or fine silver. To be considered pure or fine, it has to contain a bare minimum of 99.9% silver. And this type of silver is one easy metal to manipulate, since you can take a single ounce of it and flatten it into an 8,000-foot wire. That's insane. But that easy manipulation is actually a weakness because it's incredibly soft. So you've probably gotten several coins from a mint that had scratches or even dents on them. And most jewelers tend to avoid it for their products for this very reason. Now, as most of you are aware, there's also what's considered ultra-fine silver. And that comes to us as 4/9 or 99.99% fine. And that's used pretty extensively by the Royal Canadian Mint. Now, if you want to talk about the history of pure silver, well, the first mines were located in present-day Turkey in 6000 BC. So the history of pure silver goes back quite a ways. Number 2 is going to be 960 or 96% Argentium silver. Argentium silver contains a little bit more pure silver than sterling silver, and it replaces some of the copper in the alloy with germanium. Not geranium the flower, germanium the metal. And germanium is basically a lustrous hard metalloid that you really don't hear much about. So Argentium's unique formulation means that silver can be effectively hardened, really with a simple low-temperature heat treatment. And that's really beneficial for jewelry items that are worn on a regular basis. They can put up with a lot of abuse. Number 3 is going to be 93.2 to 93.5 Argentium silver. So this silver carries basically the same characteristics as the 96%, but well, the purity of the silver is just a little less by roughly 3%. And that brings us to number 4, sterling silver. Sterling silver is an alloy, meaning it's mixed with other metals in addition to the silver content, and it's typically made from 92.5% silver and 7.5% copper. The silver becomes much more durable thanks to copper's strength, and it's a hell of a lot easier to work with. If you're shopping for silver jewelry or cutlery, you're going to find sterling silver almost everywhere. Early conceptions of sterling silver go all the way back to the 12th century in present-day Europe. And you can find old silver coins that contain sterling silver during the reign of King Henry II. Now today, sterling holds its position in the jewelry market, and you can even find it in priceless rings. And people love it. They love it because it looks just as good as pure silver, but it can take a lot more wear and tear. It's also pretty common to see a .925 stamp on sterling silver jewelry or silverware, and that stamp indicates the authenticity of the sterling silver. So which silver is better? Well, it may be a moot point, but it really depends on what you're buying. Now, for jewelers and other crafters, sterling silver is going to be by far the better option. It's cheaper, it's more durable than pure silver, and well, it's easy to buy in large quantities. Now, on the flip side, for investors, pure silver is going to hold much more value, and it's going to be far more liquid than sterling silver. So if your sole purpose of buying silver is to add value to your investment portfolio, you're going to be far better off buying pure silver coins and bars. So now that we've gone over the different types of silver, let's get back to the key differences between pure silver and sterling silver. It's pretty crucial to know the differences, especially if you're just starting out in the silver market. On the left, you see two examples of 4/9 fine. You have the Canadian Maple from the Royal Canadian Mint, and you have the Queen's Beast Dragon from the Royal Mint in England. And on the right, you have two Canadian commemorative dollars. These are sterling silver. Now, if you were to look at these and you didn't know what you were looking for, it would be really easy to think that you're looking at a straight up silver coin. And as beautiful as these are, they just aren't. So you've got to know what you're buying. You got to know what you're doing out there. But let's go over these real quick. The differences. Number one, composition. We already know that pure silver has 99.9 or 4/9 fine silver, and sterling only has 92.5% silver, with the rest being either copper, nickel, or zinc. But again, it's the other hard metals that make sterling silver more durable and practical than pure silver. Number two, softness. Since pure silver is incredibly soft, you're not likely going to find it in jewelry or other household items. Artists consider pure silver way too tricky to work with, and well, that's exactly the reason sterling silver was born. The hard metals in sterling make it much more favorable for artists and manufacturers to kind of craft their stuff. But one drawback is that sterling has less resilience to tarnish, which makes it prone to degrading, and that can affect the appearance of jewelry and other items. Number three, durability. Look, the whole purpose of sterling silver was to make a material that could take a beating. Silverware lasts so long because of the metal alloy that allows the sterling silver to be used daily for years on end. I mean, how many people have inherited their grandparents' silver set, for example? The stuff just lasts. Number four, cost. From an investment standpoint, sterling silver is just not going to be as valuable as pure silver due to the added hard metals. It serves a practical purpose, so, buying sterling silver products still makes sense if value appreciation isn't your goal. Number five is versatility. Sterling is going to be far, far more versatile than pure silver. You'll find items containing sterling silver in jewelry stores, medical offices, restaurants, electronics, yada yada. And the last one, number six, allergies. Pure silver is hypoallergenic, and some people are allergic to silver and they swear off silver jewelry entirely, but this really only occurs with sterling silver. All right, there you have it. In a nutshell, pure silver is better for coins, bars, and rounds, and sterling silver is going to be better for jewelry and silverware. But if you're looking at it strictly from a stacking standpoint, and you say to hell with jewelry, it's best to avoid sterling silver coins unless you're collecting a series or a set like the Canadian set that I showed you. Anyway, I hope this video helped you out in even the smallest way, and that is going to wrap it up for this episode of the Silver and Gold Stack Attack. And if you made it this far, well, kudos to you. I will definitely catch up with you in the next episode, but in the meantime,
What do you want to do with your life?
damn right, get stacked. Stay safe and be well, everyone. I am out of here. Peace on earth.
Be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes.